I remember everything. The last 100 years are so clear, it seems as if each day is unfolding at this very moment. My name is Russell Wilson. I helped create the great order of Sigma Sigma. And this is our story.
Ours was a most fortunate generation. The balance of power in the world was shifting. In the fields of government, education, economics, and science, the United States of America was surpassing all the great nations of this earth. A new era was upon us, and it would be our privilege to lead this country into the modern age. This filled us with an unprecedented excitement, a desire to do things meaningful and lasting, and to do them now. We were students then, so we dedicated ourselves and our efforts to the university we loved. The year was 1898. 8 of us gathered on the lower deck of the Island Queen. That night, as the Island Queen cruised the Ohio River, we toasted our friendship, our good fortune, and the promise of a bright future. Indeed, on that fine evening, we toasted anything that came to mind. But when I stood and toasted the University of Cincinnati and promised my fidelity for as long as I might live, my brothers stood and vowed to do the same. That evening, the dream of Sigma Sigma was born. To labor with all our power to enhance the honor and glory of the University of Cincinnati. To endeavor to instill into the student body the highest degree of college spirit yet seen in the colleges of our country. To raise the athletics of our alma mater to a position of national prominence. To so conduct ourselves as individuals that in no matter what society we may be placed, our actions will reflect the highest honor on our order and our college, and to strive to advance the University of Cincinnati to leadership in the collegiate world. Tonight, the flame still burns bright. 100 years after that historic toast, our legacy is celebrated in this amazing memorial. This is a moment to cherish, for Sigma Sigma is the essence of friendship and personal integrity, the essence of service and commitment, the essence of history and tradition. For a full century, this organization has tapped the best and brightest of each generation and dedicated them to the University of Cincinnati. May we continue to do the same for another century and more. From its inception, Sigma Sigma was a society of friends who were dedicated to the University of Cincinnati. We met every Thursday evening, wherever we might find room, for no other reason than to talk about our school and enjoy the company of one another. Each fall and spring, we tapped new members, young men of character who shared our sense of service, our desire to lead, our belief in the value of athletics, and our love for the university. These were sociable young men who also enjoyed playing a hand of cards and tipping a mug of beer. We summoned our brothers with the traditional chant, honored them with a copper mug to symbolize the founding of this great organization, and challenged them to put their mugs to good use. The inspiration for Sigma Sigma came with a drink of beer, so let our traditions be sealed with one as well. For every young man, this is a rowdy, festive, exuberant period in life. And our goal was to bind all the fraternities in friendship so that together we might direct this energy toward creating greater class and college spirit.
We wanted to excite the university, to invigorate the student body. We wanted to create new traditions and to do things that people would remember and talk about for generations. We felt it was our solemn duty, almost a holy obligation, to share a laugh, enjoy a drink, salute our college, and, if the opportunity presented itself, to raise money to offer for the greater glory of our beloved University of Cincinnati.
We staged theatrical productions, including 2 bawdy burlesques that took the campus by storm. We sponsored the junior prom for the first time in 1927 and commemorated the event by drinking bourbon from the Queen's Cup. We founded the Sigma Sigma Carnival, a wonderful and often riotous celebration that brings the entire community of students and alumni together for one marvelous day. We conducted pep rallies and turned out in full to cheer our brothers as they led the university's athletic teams. I remember Joe Morris, the Olympic swimmer who served our country so admirably in World War I. And Erwin Wolfson, who was every bit his equal in speed and strength and who later built the Pan Am Building in New York City. I remember Eddie Coons lying flat on his back and scoring a basket. I remember Walter and Bob Hoyk leading us on the football field. And I remember Jimmy Nippert, a fine man and gifted athlete, who led us to a great victory over Miami on Thanksgiving Day of 1923 and then passed away on Christmas Day from the injuries sustained in that game. I remember all the great athletic and academic achievements of our brothers through the years. I honor their effort, and I cherish the memory of those days so long ago. The camaraderie, spirit, the energy, the unmitigated joy of friendship, the bond that exists between every man who served the order of Sigma Sigma. I remember every Thursday night meeting with great fondness. And I remember the first Huck Hall, a gift from Bob Hoyk Sr. It was no more than a basement, but it was our first real home. I remember throwing open the doors of Huck Hall after football and basketball games so we could celebrate our victories, lament our losses, toast the effort of our athletes, and rededicate ourselves to the quest for academic and athletic excellence. I remember the banquets where all Sigma Sigmas past and present came together to initiate new members and face the unenviable task of standing before their dubious brothers to describe what Sigma Sigma means to them. I remember the picnics at Stump's Boat Club, and I remember the picnics at Old Coney Island, all of them filled with wonderful moments shared by family and friends. All of them presenting another opportunity to rekindle the relationships of years past and sustain the traditions of this order. Great men have served Sigma Sigma and the university. Great men who have done great work in life and enjoyed every moment given to them. I remember all of them. They are the soul and spirit of Sigma Sigma. Tonight, we salute their accomplishments and celebrate their lives. Tonight, we honor 100 years of commitment, leadership, and service. Tonight, we honor the virtues of friendship, love, good cheer, and loyalty. Loyalty to one another and loyalty to the University of Cincinnati. Hoist a mug for Sigma Sigma and offer a toast to every man who has served the order.
I've always been proud to be a Sigma Sigma. Robert Egan.
Honor, integrity, and achievement weave themselves through Sigma Sigmas. Nick Nicholas.
Sigma Sigma means the pursuit of excellence in all things in life. Bob Heenan.
I always felt it was a great honor to have been selected to Sigma Sigma, along with so many other student leaders on campus that I respected and admired then, and still do today. Jack Lau.
It's a group of ambitious, spirited guys who accomplish their goals and get the most out of life. Gary Osterfield.
Sigma Sigma evokes many fine memories of good fellowship and persons who are willing to go the extra mile on behalf of their alma mater. Neil Bertie.
Congenial gentlemen, great people, loyal supporters of UC. Richard Schwab.
Men supporting UC, celebrating UC, and drinking beer. Greg Wolf.
Good friends, good times, good beer. Chris Coffin.
The best days of my life. Ronald Perkins.
Friendships that continue to be a key part of my life. Tim Erishman.
Next to my wife and my family, Sigma Sigma has been the most significant influence on my life. Thomas Maseko.
Gandhi once said, "Your life is your message." Sigma Sigma and its life over the years exemplifies this message. Service, brotherhood, contribution, and just plain fun. John Makula.
This moment belongs to every man who has been part of Sigma Sigma over the last 100 years. I am proud of each and every one of you because your love for this university has sustained our organization. We have accomplished many great things in our lives. We have achieved athletic excellence, elevating our college to national prominence, providing many exciting moments and grand memories for everyone associated with this university. We have been leaders at this university, protecting the integrity of education, preserving the highest academic standards, and promoting UC to a position of leadership in the college world. We have been successful in business, building companies, developing products, and guiding both small and large corporations to prosperity. We have led American soldiers into battle, accepted the responsibilities of public office, and serve the people of this country as doctors, lawyers, and educators. We have worked hard to preserve the ideals of Sigma Sigma, instilling spirit in the student body, laboring with our bodies, hearts, and minds to enhance the honor and glory of the University of Cincinnati. Here's to my good friends and co-founders. Here's to Jack Grieshaber, our benevolent dictator, who gave nearly 50 years of his life to this order. Here's to Jed Small, whose tenacity and dedication to the university are the essence of Sigma Sigma. Here's to Ron Walker, whose life, humanity, and spirit are honored with this tower.
And here's to you. You've done great work, but I challenge you to keep the dream alive, to keep the best interests of this university in your heart, and to dedicate yourselves to another century of commitment, leadership, and service. Drink up, savor what we've achieved, and enjoy the moment. Thank you all for everything.
I hope you are all as excited about this weekend as all of us on the committee are. I'm very happy to welcome you all here. This is going to be, I think, an interesting program, but it's liable to be a lengthy program, so I'm going to let you off easy. Here's Jed Small, and you all know who he is.
This is the beginning of the Sigma Sigma Centennial celebration. It is the culmination of 8 years of discussion, planning, and hard work. This is the initial event of a weekend that should prove both meaningful and enjoyable to all of you. We begin our centennial celebration with the, quote, retirement of the mugs ceremony. It is altogether fitting and proper that we take this moment to honor and recognize the men who came before us, the men who laid the groundwork for this great organization and who are now deceased. Their vision, their commitment, their sense of service is why we're here this evening. I salute each and every one of them, and I'm pleased to know that this ritual will become a regular part of future Sigma Sigma meetings. Welcome again to the Centennial celebration. May I now introduce Tom Humes. He's chairman of our Centennial Program Committee and is the chief architect of this weekend's activities.
Our Centennial theme, which you see above my head, celebrating 100 years of commitment, leadership, and service, we believe as a committee truly sums up what Sigma Sigma and this weekend are all about. After working together as a group of volunteers for these past years, and after witnessing the phenomenal response that we've had to this centennial, I can tell you personally that this theme and the spirit of Sigma Sigma has never shined more brightly than it will this weekend.
I would like to thank the Centennial Committee for asking me to be the MC of this event tonight. This evening, with your help and your prayers, we will initiate a whole new tradition for Sigma Sigma and the university, which we hope that will be carried on by the brothers that follow us. I'm told that the retirement of the mug ceremony was generated by Bill Mulvihill, and thanks, Bill, if that be true. We appreciate it. Those that we honor tonight epitomize the basic characteristics of Sigma Sigma: leadership, both in the university and external to the university, in their professions, in the state, the county, the country, and nationally, internationally. Commitment to support this university and the fraternity, and service to this university. Those three items are most important. It is a distinct honor for me to be included with this group tonight. And I hope we pay a proper homage to this group. Remember when you were first tapped, all of you were asked the question, what does it Sigma Sigma mean to me? We thought it would be appropriate to begin our centennial celebration by having three brothers from different generations answer that question today. First, I'd like to call Ralph Yeager, class of 1936, a legend in Cincinnati real estate and a chairman of Sipsey Klein.
I was tapped in the YMCA. We had a dance up there, and that's where I was tapped, and I was initiated at the University Club in 1936. Presiding on that occasion was one of the Sigma Sigma's founders, Russell Wilson. Those of you old enough will remember that he was one of the most eloquent mayors Cincinnati ever had.
When I was first tapped, I of course was excited and thrilled to be tapped into Sigma Sigma. But looking back now, I really understand that I had no clue what that really meant. As a young man, I came to recognize the importance of Sigma Sigma, not only in our lives, but in the lives of the university. And when I thought of Sigma Sigma, I thought of words like fun, camaraderie, enthusiasm, and brotherhood. And Sigma Sigma meant to me people like Teddy Bear, Johnny Petzold, Jack Reesaber, Jack and Dick Struby, George Smith, Roger Anderson, Ron Walker, and many, many more. But today, as an older, younger man, how's that sound? I recognize more clearly the role Sigma Sigma has come to play in our lives and the lives of the university. The theme of our centennial celebration, commitment, leadership, and service defines the very essence of Sigma Sigma.
As an undergraduate member, I vividly remember our Thursday night meetings. Most of them. Occasionally, I would wonder to myself, why is it that we're having so much fun when in fact our backgrounds and interests are so vastly different? Was it because there really was more to Sigma Sigma than just copper mugs and stale beer? More than just great carnivals and softball at stumps? Of course there is more. Certainly what makes Sigma Sigma members unique are those same qualities which we have referred to tonight. It is our individual service and our leadership and our commitment to the university. But let me also suggest that there are core values. There are certain inner strengths that each of us have. Those qualities are courage, vision, integrity, and a passion for excellence. And I suspect these same qualities are not unique to each of us here tonight, but in fact can be found over and over throughout each generation of Sigma Sigma. But as an